Come on in the room.
You singing?
Oh, yeah. Feeling my Baptist roots tonight.
Oh, God.
Feeling real Baptist.
Hey. Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hello. Come on, tell me where y'all from.
Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Jack?
No. Don't encourage him to say.
Come on. Bring it in. Share it as you're coming in. Share. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy, saints, today.
All right, that
Share.
laptop.
All right, tell us where y'all at.
Chattanooga.
Hey. There go all my tribe. Come on in, tribe.
Hey, come on, Duluth,
Cleveland.
The friendliest friends.
All right, share it as you come in the room. Don't be stingy tonight, saints.
Hey, Arizona, North Carolina,
Michigan. We got our
Hunts Vegas.
Who ain't in Bible study in Hunts Vegas?
I didn't see the name, so don't call nobody else.
Oh, who ain't in Bible study? I know Bible
Come
study
on, be
ain't out
more.
yet.
Edouard.
No Bible study ain't out yet. All right, let's see.
Chicago.
Columbus, Chattanooga, Jersey. Hey, Jersey. Hey. Come on, share it.
Kennesaw.
At All Nations Atlanta. All right, come on. Come on.
Go sing your "Come On in the Room" song. You know what I'm saying? Something.
My voice kind of scratchy. Kansas,
Chicago.
So we got folks swapping back and forth. We're going to be on both platforms. I'm going to try to talk to both of y'all, both groups tonight. But come on in, share it. We'll give y'all a couple more minutes. When y'all come back to Springfield, we ain't been to Springfield.
Where?
Yeah, when Bree.
Ooh, yeah, my
wow.
God. I think I only had one kid. No. I did have one kid. I was pregnant when we was there because I took off running and I scared the Saints there.
St. Louis, Ohio. All right, y'all come on in. Now.
I know it. I can't wait for Elevate Remix.
It's definitely time for remix. Cannot wait. Oh, did you just dab and do the remix thing all in one?
Well, yeah.
We buying a property. Squad goals is what we do. All right, so listen, as you all
these really are pants. I didn't know he was gonna have it so short. So excuse me.
All right.
I don't have my lap scarf tonight.
So on Facebook, and I'm coming to Periscope to do it in a minute. On Facebook, as you come in, I need you to do this. I need you all to do this. I am posting a link to a site I need you all to go to now. I need you all just to click it, and go to it.
Okay, we shared it on Facebook.
I'm about to share it on Periscope as well. I need you to click it and go to it now. Take 2 seconds. I need you to join and opt in for this Break the Cycle challenge that we're doing next week with our friends Jamal and Natasha Miller.
I think they're the sweetest people.
Let me see your phone. So I need you all to go opt into this challenge right now. All right, I just posted the link. It's at the top of both of them. I'm about to post it to Periscope, and then we're gonna start talking. All right, but I need y'all to opt in.
Oh, thank you for being already linked in.
You already
Come
linked in?
on, all right.
I need everybody to link in.
I'm excited.
Are those sweatshirts available? These sweatshirts the sweatshirts are available.
We bought them back.
Yeah, we
sold out, but we bought them back.
Yeah, Squad Goals sold out quick, but they are back now. All right, tell me if you're already in. I need everybody linked. And I need everybody linked, not just with anybody. I need y'all linked with us. All right, so hit the challenge if you're not already in. If you are
and this is for single and married, right?
Yep, married and single.
All right, so single and married.
This is for shackers. This is for,
babe.
Sorry. This is
cohabitators.
I'm sorry. This is for cohabitators. If you're a side chick, you can come in. If you're a side ninja, you can come in. You definitely need to come in for this Break the Cycle challenge.
So terrible.
If you are on somebody's side, in Jesus' name. I mean, just come on in. All right, so, all right, I just posted it from Phineka's on Periscope. All right, so we got some work to do tonight.
I feel light-skinned over here, and I feel dark. A little bit more chocolatey over here. In Facebook, I'm a little bit more chocolatey. What is this?
Congratulations, Hannah.
Periscope, I got a little bit more color to me. I'm more caramel over here. More dark chocolate in Facebook land.
All right, I'm going to post it and get on Periscope, all right? Because I need everybody to opt in tonight, all right? And we're about to start talking about not compromising your crown, all right? And just let me post this real quick. Break
And it's just not for the ladies. I want to see some fellas. Fellas, let me see you. If you're on here, make some noise.
How they gonna make noise, man? Tell them to lift their hand or something.
No, I want something else. Give me an emoji for a man.
The fist up.
Oh, you talking about because the Black Panther movie coming out?
I mean, it is February 16th. We're right on it, man. I mean, all right. All right, so if you're not already in, Hannah, congratulations. If you're not already in, opt into this challenge now. I'm going to post it one more time, and then we got to start. Because we're only going to be on here. We always say we're only going to be on here for a minute. And then
you get on here running your mouth.
All right, so here
let me be me. Let me quit.
Exactly. God bless you. Praise God. All right.
The Lord caught me.
All right, so I'm posted again on Facebook. And we're about to go. Let's work. All right, so break the cycle challenge. All right, so next week we're involved in a...
oh, come on, man.
Are the men in the room? Come on, Nevin. Y'all make some noise.
Come on, up in here.
Now, this is one thing, and you all will see it next week. One thing that Phineka has really been pushing and really passionate, I guess she's been on me about it, is we're always talking about women getting healed, getting healthy, getting whole, but we never stop and really pour into the men appropriately for the same thing.
Yeah, we don't want to say we want a whole bunch of women to get healed and to get whole and, 50 steps, 20 steps, 19 steps, 17 steps. And then you got a lot of broken men, because the truth of the matter is a lot of us have baggage and things, from our youth or things from our generations. Yep, you sure can. Can I sign my husband up? Yes, you may. Sign him up. And we don't take the time to pour into the men, because I mean, and this is the thing. Apostle said something to a young man about a week ago during our N1 celebration. It was so funny because when I met this young man, I was like, man, I'm shocked this guy is snatched up. He's a great guy.
Was the guy whose car door was falling off? Was the guy who's
no, not the guy whose car door was falling off. But he can be ready too. He just get him another car door. But he said, you should have been married. And, and it was crazy because it is such a passion of mine to see men pour into men. Because I know what I didn't see growing up, and I know how it began to shape me as it pertains to marriage or even wanting marriage. I wasn't a girl cutting out, getting bridal magazines, cutting out brides and saying this is something that I wanted to do because I didn't see it with my natural parents. Now, they were married. However, by the time I came along, substance abuse and things like that had taken place. And so those things, took precedent over parenting. And so, being married and some of those things, that's just not something I thought, and just some of you all do know my backstory of molestation and those things. And so I just was like, you know what? I don't know about the marriage thing, but I didn't realize the amount of deliverance that I needed and healing just from my past in order to say, hey, maybe marriage is, for me. Now, I do want to make this disclaimer because I noticed a lot of times I was a single woman, and listen, I was single and I love my singleness, Now I love being married, so don't get me wrong of what I'm saying.
I'm about to say, wait a minute now.
Fam.
You just threw me out the window.
Never.
Like we didn't have squad goals. You just had a.
Boy, the way I feel about you.
You just had an 8 goal. Hey, be by yourself.
Hey, the way I feel about you. But the thing was, I was not a woman that was, going out saying, I gotta get married. I gotta get married. I gotta go and get in these things. Because the thing was, I had to learn to be whole in my singleness.
Oh, well, let's stop, because we're already digging into a big part of how people start compromising their crown.
Absolutely.
So the whole premise, now you're going to go right back to that because you're really driving down the right road. The whole premise tonight is to not just coach, but really to encourage men, women, married and single alike, that it is very possible for you to keep your crown on straight, men and women alike, and not compromise who you are just to settle for being with somebody. So keep going.
Yeah, and that is the truth, but it was But I didn't want to say, oh, if I get married, boom, I'm arrived. Because listen, you can get married and be jacked up, and you can be in a worse off shape. And I'm telling you from experience, you can be worse off shape in a marriage than you were in your singleness when you allow yourself to compromise because you didn't take the necessary steps in your singleness. Yeah. Now, I do also know that there are some people hunting for wives, and some people hunting for marriages, or some people are already married thinking that it was going to fix some things that were broken on the inside of them. Now, those things, listen, it don't work like that, Parker.
Listen, I need you to
shut up.
Say it a little bit louder for the ones that just walked in.
Hey, how did Monique say, my love?
My love. We love y'all for real.
Beloved.
We love y'all for real.
Listen, but it doesn't work like that. And you have to be whole, and you have to be as healthy. Now, yes, there will be some things that come along as you get into marriage.
But I think we need to qualify that, because wholeness does not mean perfection.
Oh,
it does not mean that you got everything together, that your life is in order to a T with every single thing, but it means that you are at least progressing, my love.
My loves.
You're progressing in the right way.
Yeah, but the thing is, now, if you think, that you then pass go and collect your $200 just because you got married, that is the wrong reason to even want to be married. The thing is, you want to say, I am taking this life partner.
Listen.
And how can we please God effectively or in our marriage?
Because that magic stick will lose its power.
Listen.
If you're only saying I do to get a piece of it.
Absolutely.
What you think is going to be the keeping or the saving grace will turn out to be the greatest curse to why you even came together.
Absolutely.
All right? So I don't want you all to think that whatever happens in the sheets is going to fix anything that you have not dealt with prior to coming to the table.
And I get it. I've been single. I get it. I've been hot and bothered, and I understand cuffing season and want something more than my bath sheets. I get it. I've been there. Okay, I've been there. However, my little precious ones, beloveds, I almost made a real bad decision.
Can we talk about that for a minute?
No, we gotta talk about that.
Well, I think.
But I almost listen. I had to turn them things on two wheels. Hey,
hold on.
Them sheets got a little.
Cold.
Bad. I said, you know what? I take it.
Listen, but here's why I'm saying I think we need to talk about it. Because I think most people end up in poor relational cycles because, one, they have either not seen relationships done correctly.
Absolutely.
So when you haven't seen something done correctly, you're left to your own devices to figure it out. Very often relationships become experiments, and we're using it to practice for a future instead of dating with a purpose and wanting to be around somebody with the sole intention of saying, this is the person I know I want to start developing a future with. So, we experiment. And what many of us have learned, and this is where we've compromised our crown, we experiment with people that we think we would like, but we also know may not be good for us.
Potential is what we call it these days.
I mean, say it again.
I think that brother got some potential. I think that sister got some potential.
That sister got some potential.
Yeah.
If she could just fix her attitude,
listen,
her hips and thighs are straight.
I'm good with that body.
If she could just learn how to shut that mouth, and not be so mouthy every once in a while, it would be great. Or if she just had a little bit of drive about herself.
Mighty God.
She knew what she wanted to do with herself. Or, we fall in love with potential.
Absolutely.
And it is dangerous to compromise your future on a possibility.
Listen, or, because we get to the places for, well, honey, you 35, you 36, you 37.
Don't even
you
go there
ain't
yet.
married yet.
Don't go there yet.
You know, and folks,
that's a bullet point all by itself.
Listen, some folks mean good intention, but then there are some, my grandmother who had been raised me from 5 said, you're gonna be a wife, da da da, because in her time, she married at 19. Marriage was the end all, be all, and a husband is solely you hadn't really arrived unless you were married. However, what they don't tell you is all the backstory. And then you hear all these folks, and that's why folks, you got a whole group of folks be like, you know what, such and such got some yard children. For y'all who ain't from the South, and you talking about yard children, that means children outside of that marriage. Because the thing is, some things didn't work out because, you're taught that you just do this. This is just the right thing to do. You get a certain age, this is the natural thing of progression, is to get married. Don't worry about if you got it all together. You know what I'm saying? And listen, going to school, getting your little education, and getting you a good little job, school, and getting you a little education, don't mean that you got it together, because there's still other things that you have to work on, even in marriage, outside of cooking, cleaning, and rearing children.
Okay, so hold on, because we've said a lot. I think we just kind of jumped into it.
Well, I just be going.
This is what happens when
you tell me, you get me together.
Here's what happens when
pull me in, man of God.
Typically, we'll come to the table with at least 1 or 2 bullet points and directions we want to go.
Well, I don't ever know what I'm gonna do. So
we talked about, like last time knew we had 3 points that we knew we wanted to hit. Today we just said we're just gonna go for it.
I just be listening, smiling. I just like to hear you talk. I just be smiling and just okay, baby.
They pay no attention to me. They pay no attention to anything I'm saying.
Yes, I do, baby. Yes, I do. You just mesmerize me.
The challenge is, and for many people, the greatest complexity you find relationally is, one, trying to experiment to discover who a spouse is. It's kind of like, I don't know if anybody ever had like a science experiment go bad or go wrong. When you in a chemistry experiment go bad or wrong in high school, you just mixing the wrong stuff together, hoping something good comes out of it. When the truth of the matter is, you don't know what you're mixing together, and it explodes right in your face. And where most people begin compromising is when they're just trying, you know what, I just want somebody.
Talk up, baby.
I just don't want to be by myself. I want to do everything possible just to be sure that I'm not alone, I ain't by myself, and I will take anything that's moving as long as I don't have to be alone. How many of y'all have ever found yourself taking the first thing that passed by just because you did not want to be by yourself? Come on. Show me a hand, a fist, or something. You took the first thing that passed by. They weren't even your type. They would have never met your recommendations. They would have never even crossed your radar. They just happened to be walking by at the right time. And you said, you know what, I'm bored and I need something or somebody or somebodies to occupy my time. Now, how many of you all, be honest with me, are now stuck with them for a couple decades against your choice?
Because we get comfortable. And we say, I don't quite see it going any further, but I don't really want to be by myself, so I'm comfortable. And a lot of times we make decisions too often. Come on, I know you, you know me, so let's just go on and make this happen. But it has
that's almost like a Barney thing right there. Barney says, I love you. You love, never mind.
Crazy, man. But but yes, I mean, and you can take, and you would say years, and you would look back and say, man, I've been dating this person this many years. I done gave them the best years of my life. Situationship. And you decide to say, you know what, I'm going to go on forward, because I'm not going to say I had years wasted. That's not what I'm going to do. Yes. I'm not going to say I had years wasted. So I'm going to either try to force this thing open. I mean, force this star in this square peg. But I'm gonna make it work, honey, because I'm not gonna waste these years on this brother, and then let somebody else come in there.
And then what y'all say? He done got my best years.
He done got my best years.
He done got my best years.
Shoot.
And I done gave him my best.
Listen,
giving you the best that I got,
baby. listen. But it is the truth. But I always want to push the singles, and like I said, and I understand the you know, for some wanting to be married, and for some just kind of saying, let me just lay back and watch a little bit, just because they have not seen it done successfully, you know. And so for my men, I'm telling you, I know some good brothers out there. But I know a lot of times it's just that fear. Not all the time, even of as commitment. But let me tell you something, my little sweet precious heart.
I mean sweet precious.
Some of you women think you're more ready than y'all, sugars. Now, you know, and that's just a tough one. And the mothering in me.
Hold on, back up. You said that too fast. I need you, like, because that didn't sound motherly.
Okay.
It sounded like.
Okay, so you want me to say it sweeter? Come on, get
you know,
in my arms.
Like,
come on, baby.
Sugar. Now, beloveds.
Now you just ain't ready.
Hey, loves.
You think
hey,
you're
loves.
ready, but you and it's okay. It's okay. You cannot let society be the thing that push you to say that this is what comes next. You know. We get up out the bed, we brush our teeth, we comb my hair, put a wig on, you know, whatever you do, however you do, you start your day. That does not work necessarily in life, because some people say, you know, you go, you know, you grow up, you go to college, get married, For some, it won't work like that. And it's okay. And you have to be okay with that. And you can't let people push you to do things that you are not ready to do, because that's how we compromise our crown. We say, I'm on a schedule and this is just what's supposed to happen next. So I'm out here trying to be seen. You know what I'm saying? I got my little fitted stuff on. You guys got, I see them little skinny jeans y'all be wearing. You know, with the little short ankle pants and stuff like that. Tell me something, I'm out here trying to be seen. And ain't ready.
Listen. Did you say the short ankle?
Short ankle pants. I like the short ankle pants. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
But they're out here trying to be seen.
They trying to be out here, yeah. They trying to be seen.
So.
He sure don't. God don't work on our timetable.
And I think for many people, like once you can abandon your own schedule and embrace his, it'll keep you from compromising too soon with something that looked like it would be good in a moment, but ultimately could be the greatest mistake of a lifetime if you embrace it outside of time.
Let's listen to me. I'm glad I got married in my later 20s. Them me, I still was a straight up fool. Listen, I would have jacked some stuff up. Okay. Now I'm gonna jack some stuff up in my late 20s, because I just didn't have, you know, it was still some pieces that I needed to work on for me. Yeah. Because I always say marriage is the thing that puts a spotlight on our weaknesses. Listen, you think you got patience? Get married. You think you got long suffering? Get married. You think you got meekness and kindness? Because some days, honey, you don't want to be meek and you don't want to be kind. But listen.
So let me ask you this, by show of hands. How many of you all, and it may not be something you're in now, but something that you've been in before, have found yourself operating or making decisions based on your timetable? Show me a hand, show me a fist. Just
this Black Panther movie come out. You just can't. You just got to do this fist.
You can even do this. You know, that's the shaking my head emoji. If you found yourself operating on a timetable, one that you created, one that you made up, one that didn't make sense to anybody else, but it made a bunch of sense to you. Just, you know, show me something. There we go. Now, a lot on Facebook, a lot on Periscope. Come on, show me some hands. Facebook being shy. Come on, show me some hands. I mean, I just jack it up. All right, all right, there we go. There we go. Come on. Let it roll on out. Going up and out. This is deliverance. This is deliverance. All right. So, all right. Now, if anybody's been like me or like us, you have seen every single time your timetable will jack your entire life up. I mean, jack it up.
Absolutely.
I mean, send it to hell in a handbasket.
Y'all excuse my allergies. Won't let me be great.
I mean, just completely destroy everything that you need to be because of what you think you ought to be. The biggest way you keep from compromising your crown is abandoning your schedule and embracing kids.
Yeah.
All right, embracing kids. His timetable is never going to look like yours because very often you think you're ready for something that good and well he knows you could not handle if he gave it to you today. Mm-hmm. Some of you should probably tonight take about 30 seconds and do a lap around your apartment, your living room, your bedroom, your bathroom. Y'all need to do a lap somewhere. Y'all need to go and do a lap and thank God that what you scheduled did not work out according to the way you planned. Some of y'all can still do backflips.
I'll tear these computers down running and jumping.
You can still do backflips. You probably need to give them at least 2 or 3 good ones. That what you planned did not work according to your schedule.
Absolutely.
That somehow God divinely intervened, and what you thought was an ill-timed breakup was the timing of God telling you that if you go any further, you're going to destroy your future.
The timing of God.
Because every single time when you follow his timing, his schedule, his planning, his priority for your future, and don't compromise it because you got a warm body, but that body does not fit the context of your future.
Nene.
Listen, some of us, me included, still can give God a couple good laps.
Absolutely.
But what I thought I was going to say, I do too, I didn't.
Absolutely.
That what I thought would be my future, what I had was in my mind was best suited for me, that he saw something completely different.
Absolutely. And even talking about timing of God, because this is something that's on the flip side of that with the timing of God. The timing of God, you can meet somebody, okay? Case in point, my husband and I, we knew each other years before we were ever married. I've shared this before. But God did not allow my eyes to see him in the light that I do now. Before we got married. Because not him, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about some stuff that Phineka had some issue with. I would have jacked some stuff up. So I am grateful that but I think those type of things begin to build now while we see the benefits of our marriage. He had to take that relationship deep. He had to take it, all of those things, because the way I struggle with the spirit of rejection and things like that. And I had to know even then to say, golly, this brother done been through this with me. Because listen, it's been some drama in my life, baby. Listen, one day, I don't know if I'm going to write it, but one day I'm going to tell the whole story. But this brother has been through, some drama with me. You talking about, I have a daughter by someone else, and I'm talking about court cases and back and forth to court and all this here type of stuff. But I do believe that if we didn't have that foundation of friendship, I was not ready. But 2, I think now we always say it shouldn't be nothing to separate us. Listen, honey, he didn't see me show enough. I'm talking about climbing the fence, coming at somebody. He done seen my works.
Not climbing the fence. I done seen it jump through windows.
Listen.
So here's why I need. Let me take a commercial break.
Be glad the Lord has done a mighty work.
Let me take a commercial break real quick, because I want y'all tonight, and this is why what I'm posting and what I'm saying about this Break the Cycle Challenge is so important. And if you have not signed up, you need to go ahead and sign up. And I'm posting it again on Facebook and on IG or Periscope. This is why it's so important, because many of us continue to compromise because of cycles that we have found ourselves in. Mm-hmm. Some of the cycles we didn't even know about. We were just born into it.
Absolutely.
Some of your decisions are not just because you chose to make bad decisions. It's because of what you were born into.
Absolutely.
And no one has taken the time to talk to or deal with you about the things you need to come out of that were in agreement with your life before you ever came into existence. So, this is why, and again, I need y'all to click that link.
And this is good for married as well as singles. Because listen, there are some things that even you are already married that you need some cycles to be broken. Yep. You know what I mean? You'll find yourself, 4 or 5 months, your marriage is amazing. And then all of a sudden he tripping, you tripping, and you don't know why. And you don't know where these generational things or these cycles come in. So listen, this, I know we started off saying singles. This is not just for singles. Because listen, there are cycles and things that need to be broken off of us even after we get in marriage. There was still tons of deliverance. There was still tons of things that I needed help with after I said I do. Not after.
And so for many of us, like especially when we start dealing with men, like I had a good father. I saw my dad do all of the right stuff as it pertained to a household, a family, etc. But there were things my father never taught me or dealt with me about from a relational and a marriage perspective, that even 7 and 8 years into marriage, I was still trying to figure out how to be at least a half decent communicator of those things.
Absolutely.
And what I didn't realize was that there were just stuff that was connected to cycles of men in my family that were still lodged in me that I knew nothing about. I didn't
that going silent, or I'm gonna hold it in. I'm not gonna share it, brothers. Because this gonna make me less masculine, and all of those things are things you have to work on even before you decide to get married. This person you saying I'm gonna spend the rest of your life with, when you roll over and that breath is hot, all you got is y'all.
And yours be hot,
fam.
I mean, yours be smoking. And see the
fam.
The other side,
well, you be up in my face.
I mean, it be smoking, but I still love it. But the other side of that is, like, for me, all of the men in my family line, everybody dealt with divorce. Everybody dealt. I mean, every man born into my father's bloodline and his father, all of them dealt with divorce and dealt with it heavily. Mm-hmm. So part of my shutdown, little did I know, is the thing that was working against me that I knew nothing about. So my thinking and my inclination said, you know what, maybe it is best we just go in our separate directions. And trust me, as much as we say we love each other, there have been days where we've said, you know what, bam.
Yeah.
Bam.
Bam.
Bam. And it's the truth of the matter. It doesn't mean we didn't love each other any less.
Absolutely.
For me, it was I didn't know everything I was wrestling with, even coming into marriage. And because, especially for me, again, this is just the cycle I had to break.
Right.
I always made it about me. I had no way to really minister to the pieces that she felt rejected in. Mm-hmm. So it was always about me, or where I felt like things were off, or where I felt like me. When really, when I said I do, I rescinded the right to me. And it really became us, but even
Absolutely.
more so her. But because I didn't have any level of really language for that level of commitment or that type of commitment, I was trying to figure it out as I went. And most of what I figured out was the stuff that crippled me from my bloodline. So, wait.
Listen, again, this is for marriage. This is for singles. Now, somebody asked a question about, I'm going to paraphrase it. I think it was like premarital counseling. Yes.
I mean, yes.
We believe in premarital counseling. But, however, while you are in your singleness, there are, just like this free webinar, honey, get on there. Sugars, precious, my little darlings, get on there. Get all the help you need. It's a church here in Georgia. What is it called? Living Waters,
mm-hmm.
or something like that. Mm-hmm. They have classes that deal with. I'm talking about generation stuff. They go from your paternal side, your maternal side. You need to get as much as you can in the sense of you being your best self for you. Okay, not you being your best self to get married, okay? You being your best self for you. Mm-hmm. That I don't know how much I've said that. I promise you, get married. It ain't the prize at the end of the. It ain't the prize at the end of the race. It's not the thing that's going to define you. It's not the thing that's going to be. If it don't happen, because I think that's what happens to make people compromise, or because they, in society we are saying this is the end all be all. Shoot, I know some people that ain't even thinking about marriage right now. You know what I mean? But it might be still some things that they need to do as far as breaking cycles in their life. Because I still had a lot of stuff I need to break in my life in my singleness. You know what I mean? So I don't want you to think that we say, hey, because what happens is when you hear things like that, it makes you feel like everybody want me to get mad or everybody push it, you know, and it doesn't make you take an inward self evaluation, you know, because you'll say, I just want to fix myself to be married. No, you want to fix yourself for you. Listen, I'll shake it down. You want to be your best self for you.
Okay. One more time. That wasn't loud.
With my chest, you want to be your best self for you. Okay. For you. And listen, I travel where I wanted to go. Went where I wanted to go, live how I wanted to live. I would change my furniture every 4-5 months when I was single. Okay? When
you were who?
Single.
That's with an A, not the I. Listen, very important.
So listen. Now I'm glad the brother snatched me up.
I mean snatched.
Mighty God.
Well, listen, this is why, and here's the other side of it.
However.
Hold on, because here's the other side of it. And we talking about being snatched up. Single.
Single.
You talking about being snatched up. Now, the other part of not compromising your crown, this is especially for my men, you can't let fear of what could be stop you from stepping out when you know the timing is right. All right. Woo. So you can't allow because for many men, what has paralyzed them from jumping into a future with somebody that God has sent them is the fear of not being adequate enough, not being settled enough, not making the right decisions. I mean, fear has an ability to grip your heart and make you think, well, you know what? She probably can find somebody else because maybe I ain't got it all.
Crippling.
I mean, it has a way of just paralyzing you.
Because you will start comparing, you know, and I tell people, you see on Facebook, you see still shots of people's best lives. Yeah. That's why I live, I breathe, I move, and I believe in transparency. Yeah. Because the thing is, you will be out here comparing yourself, wanting to be something that you see, and them ninjas ain't that at their house. Yep. Listen, because sometimes some folks I be knowing, and I be want to say, now,
you know good and well.
Now I be want to just put some eyes on that photo like.
Because the thing is, like, especially for men, we have in our minds the pieces that we have to have together before we are an adequate husband or before we can be the perfect man for somebody's life.
But we ain't gonna never be that.
Well, and the truth is, you know, if in your head you are not settled with the man God is developing and has developed you to be, you will always find a reason to supplement your fear.
Or talk yourself out of.
Exactly. You will find a way. You will find a way to say, you know what, maybe, you know, she can find somebody that's better than me. Right. I ain't got this together. I ain't got that together. Here's where I'm struggling. You know, you'll find, fear will have a way of just.
Especially financially. Somebody said that. That's the thing. I gotta have $50,000 in the bank before I get married. And then I gotta have such and such. Fam, we got married. We were broke. You understand what I'm saying? We asked for gift cards for our little wedding. We went to Florida, fam. We couldn't go.
Now listen,
we couldn't afford to go nowhere else.
But now the truth of it is, in hindsight, I would have planned a little bit differently, but I couldn't allow the fear of not being able to be an adequate husband to rob me of what I knew God was sending into my life.
Absolutely.
You know? So here's what I've learned, if nothing else. If the only thing that has stopped you from progressing forward relationally is what you consider to be your inadequacies, it is hell's way of tempting or keeping you from connecting your life with someone that God is trying to send to you to better you for your future.
Absolutely.
If all that can taunt you is the failures of your father, your own personal inadequacies as an adult, the places where you feel like you didn't get the nurture or you didn't get the affirmation that a man would need to be a stable husband. The truth of the matter is, with or without those things, if you have put your entire future in the hands of God, He has a way of giving you more in a week's time than you could have gotten in a lifetime with a stable and sane man at the house. But you have to position yourself to say, you know what, I'm not going to compromise my own future by shortchanging myself and not thinking I'm valuable enough or bring enough value to the table to be with a woman and help carry and raise up a generation that won't be like what I saw.
And women, don't be afraid to build. I told y'all these reality shows be be jacking y'all up, thinking, you know, you got to have this. Don't be afraid to build with a man. I said it before. I know we got new followers. When we first got married, he was in grad school. I knew he was in grad school. I knew I was going to be the breadwinner of our family. I didn't allow nobody to come in and say, well, shoot, your granddaddy paid all the bills. Your grandma didn't pay no bills. Why are you doing that? And you know, and getting caught into what somebody's saying, because we were working towards an end goal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And we knew that coming in. That thing didn't just smack me in the face and catch me by surprise. This was something that we talked about, you know, early on. It was important for me, for him to go back and get his master's. Like now, it is important for me for him to go back and get that good PhD.
But the Lord has said the same. See, that's what happens. That's what happens when folks try to get ahead of God. See, folks try to be your God. They try to put you. They try to put you in position. Listen, you gotta know. You better know him I know him for myself.
But I knew that coming in, and it was something that we discussed because we knew we had a goal. We say, and you know what we would say? We still say it today. It won't be like this always. Listen. That's what we tell ourselves. Honey, we had a little duplex, so I ended up getting pregnant real quick and couldn't work. I mean, fertile myrtle, and so I had a high risk pregnancy. They took me off my job, and so he was in grad school, and then he had to work, you know, a job. We moved into a little duplex. I'm talking about duplex, folks smoking on the other side. We got all type of humidifiers and everything. But we walked through that house and we said it won't be like this always.
And that duplex is as big as this room is right now.
But what we had was each other. Yeah. What we had was love, and what we had was truth. But if you can keep the communication, you have to be okay with building. Now, for some people, that won't be your testimony because your bank account already sitting fat. I'm just saying that wasn't the case for us. Right. But I don't want those things to hold you back to say, I'm not ready. Now, yes, there are some things you do want to get prepared. Now, you know, let's just be, let's just be honest. There's some things, okay? Because Granny said you can have either a cheap wedding and I give you $10,000, or you can have this big lavish wedding and we'll say Godspeed. I said, Grandma, give me some carnations and some baby breath for my flowers, and I'll take them good $10,000, ma'am. And so you want to have something, you know, start. But what I'm saying is, don't let a dollar amount be the thing to say that puts you in stagnation.
Now, so here's the thing. Here's the other way you don't compromise your crown. This is some things we've talked or alluded to some of it, but I think that this part is important. You can't yoke or connect your life up with somebody on a fleeting feeling, because hear me, butterflies do die.
Hey,
I want to be clear. Butterflies do die. And it may be a feeling that feels great in a moment, or you love to see them when they come around because the way they make you feel. I mean, you just get bubbly. A lot of that's probably gas. But you just get bubbly. You get real excited in seeing them. But the truth of the matter is, all those butterflies will die. Now, if you don't have anything else, you may not have all the money that you want to have. You may not be living where you want to live. You may not be driving what you want to drive. But there is one thing that you can always bring to the table that can usurp all those things, and it's called a plan.
Listen.
Everybody say a plan.
A plan.
I need you to type it in. A plan. I'm helping you break the cycles. Y'all click the link, but I'm helping y'all break the cycle. All right. If you at least have a plan.
Gotta have a plan.
For where you're going. A plan has a way. Bible says, write the vision, make it plain, so that those who are running can read it. You need to at least have a plan. Now, here's the thing. And here's where most people get jacked up with a plan. A plan isn't saying in 5 years we're going to be millionaires.
Right.
That's not a plan. That's a wish.
Right.
It's a wish. It's a dream, especially when there is no strategy attached to the outcome. So if I know that the outcome of what we want is to be like financially stable in the next 5 to 7 years.
Right.
If I know that's my end goal, I start working back from where I want to end to get to where I am today, to develop a plan for how we're going to get there. So if I know that we want to be debt-free in the next 7 years, that means that today I've got to start making financial decisions that equate to my debt-freeness.
Well, I mean, even what we're doing now, we said we don't want to be in a cycle of renters.
Right.
We didn't even come for that. He nor I. So we said, you know what? We sat down and said we want something different for us. How do we attain that? What do we need to do? Phineka, you got to cut back on this. You know, babe, you got to cut back on. I mean, you know, he got to cut back on this. We're gonna cut these credit cards down. We started paying stuff off. I'm talking about doubling payments, tripling payments, and we made little cuts here and there, some big cuts here and there. However, we are working towards an end goal. And we said 2018, we are buying our first home.
Right.
Okay? Now, and so when we're talking about making a plan, now we've been married, this year be 10 years. Okay?
Oh, wow.
10 years. Okay? So
we ought to do a conference or something for 10 years.
My best friend said I can't get married because she's pregnant and she can't come to the wedding. So y'all, I guess I'll be happy anniversary. Isn't that crazy? That chick know I love her. But you know, and so you sit down and you write that thing out and you sit at a table and you say, how do we reach this? Even though we hadn't seen it yet in our 10 years of marriage, this is something that we have said, okay, this is our goal. And we said, even while renting, it won't be like this always.
So part of us making a plan, again, this is all about not compromising your future.
Yes.
To ensure that you are safeguarding now while you're walking to get to your future. So part of what we had to do to say, okay, we know we want to buy a house in 2018. That means we've got to do things to start cleaning credit. That means some monies we would spend doing A, B, C, and D. We have to invest this money into cleaning up what we messed up when we first got married. And for some of us, before we even got married.
Absolutely.
We had to start working to clean that stuff up. All right. But until...
Thank you, my love.
Until you can make a decision and have a plan. Listen, I don't care how good they look, how sweet she smells. I don't care how thick she is in the thighs. If y'all don't have a plan together, all that stuff is going to start getting on your nerves. What attracted you is going to become an irritant. Yes. What you thought was the whole reason why you all were coming together is going to be the thing that gets under your skin. When you see her, it's going to make you just want to cuss. When they walk by, that very thing that you thought was just amazing about them, it's like, oh, she just get on my nerve with da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So you've got to make a plan.
Gotta have a plan.
A plan usurps every other thing. And I mean,
that thing will hijack you. I mean... That thing will get in your mouth.
I mean, Juanita buying them hijack. So over the course of the next several weeks, I want to take at least one or two questions. Don't type them in yet, though. Over the course of the next couple weeks, really the next couple months, next month or so, we are doing some online pushing and prepping to get us to an end goal of preparing for the online singles conference. One of those major pieces tonight deals with getting you all connected to this Break the Cycle challenge. It's a 4-day challenge that I believe is going to help change your life and make you aware of cycles and systems that you have lived in, existed in, but you never gave it enough attention. So on Periscope, Phineka I've just put it in on Phineka's phone, the link that you sign up with to connect to that challenge. I need y'all to do that tonight.
Yes, this is for married. This is for our singles.
I don't care.
As well.
I need you all to connect to this challenge and watch it begin to change your life.
Because see, this is the thing. Marriage is near and dear to our hearts. But the reason why I am so passionate about it, I mean, I had all type of stuff stacked up against me to say,
yes, we will.
This just really shouldn't be what I could have. It's a lot of times when we don't think we could have something or obtain it, we won't even desire it. You know, we won't even desire it. So we'll talk ourselves out of it. But then we have our own private pity parties or you know and things because we feel like there's some things or there's some damage that I don't even want to think about marriage.
Listen.
You know.
Yep.
And then there are some that are already in marriage that are stuck in marriage. I keep telling folks, I refuse to be married and miserable.
I mean miserable.
Damn. I ain't gonna be married and miserable.
Listen.
I came too far.
I come too far. Listen. Too far.
I told you I had a good single life. Now I can't.
A good what life?
Single.
It's very important that y'all get that A in single.
I'm from Selma. We say single. Single. I had a good single life. And I refuse. And so even if you find yourself married in ruts and cycles and things, listen, this thing here is for you and it's FREE, baby. It's free. It's don't cost you nothing. I done came up here with my good eyeshadow on. This is free.
So on Periscope, I have put it in my bio. Just click the link and just sign up.
Click the link, my love bug.
All right, so for anybody that just came in on Facebook, I posted the link a couple times, but it is the link that is in the title for this live. Break the Cycle Friends. All right, so we need you to click that link and get in. So it's almost 10 o'clock. We've been on for almost an hour. So I want us to at least take a couple of questions. All right. So I'm looking at Periscope. Periscope, for some reason, is moving a little bit faster.
I said free. Cheesy bread.
Periscope is moving a little bit faster for me on the comments. So if you've got something that you want to ask us, a question you want to pose, something you want to throw out, here's your chance. Do it now. All right, hit us with a question. What is the best thing to do in a season of preparation when you're waiting for God to send your husband needing wisdom? That's from a woman.
Say that one more
what
time.
Is the best thing to do in your single of preparation while you are waiting for God to send your husband?
What is the best thing to do in your preparation?
Your preparation, your season of singleness while you're waiting for God to send your husband.
You work on you for you. What I said before, you work on you for you, even in your singleness. Because a lot of times we'll say, well, I think this is what I should be working on in order to be a good wife. Work on you for you. So while you are in your singleness, listen, I tell folks, take yourself out. Enjoy your own company. Mm-hmm. Do all of these things.
Find a hobby.
Find you a hobby. Do all the things. Listen, if you need counseling, I got single friends that are in counseling. Not because they, just to say I need to be married, but it's just some things they need to work out in their own personal personalities and things like that. These are the things that you do while you're single. Not, say I'm gonna look this certain way so I can catch me a man. Right. No. What I would say is work on you. Right. Be the best you can be, all by yourself. Okay. Because it's only gonna get better when you join with the right person. But if you all messed up and this is your sole focus, marriage, you will become somebody you don't even recognize, because all you'll be doing is doing something that you think is going to yield a result. And what happens is when you don't get the result that you thought you've put the work in for, because you ain't waiting on God, you just say, I'm gonna do this here because I think this is what I'm supposed to do in order to get married. And then when it don't happen, then you get frustrated with God, and then you just knock your whole crown off, and you just go get a little run around the corner,
Let me tell you the other reason why personal
self-care is good. It's it.
But I'm going to tell you the other reason why personal preparation is important. When you have prepared yourself personally, it opens your eyes to identify counterfeits.
Hey, listen, because you ain't desperate.
Personal preparation works wonders in preparing you for counterfeits. Okay? If you don't do anything else, when you are taking time for God to deal with you and for you to work on you and for you to find the things that you love and interest you outside of somebody being in that space, when imposters and counterfeits show up, they are easily identified for their methodology and their manipulation to attempt to get in your heart and your life.
That's true, because listen, because when you meet these folks, you'll start already sizing them up. Ooh, he got a thin nose, he got this here, we have cheer. You done already, you done built you a man, you done built you a relationship, and the man just said hi in the line. You know, but what I'm saying, when it is your sole focus, when it's your sole focus, nobody can even nice it and say, hey, sweetie, you know, we got you. We say, baby, darling, sugar, you know what I'm saying? And then you think folks want to marry you. And it, because that cannot be your sole purpose. You know they said, they said, ooh, honey, shoot, y'all have children together. What? You shoot them children to be.
I think TLC said it best.
What they say?
I don't want no scrubs.
Listen,
scrubs.
I was saved though. You know, I don't know those songs. But if you sang some Betty Wright, hey, mighty God.
Okay, all right.
Hey,
so
hey,
I want to get at least one more question. We're gonna let y'all go. I'm trying to see which one is gonna come from. One more question.
Can't get no love.
Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Dang. All right, I'm trying to get one more. I'm trying to get one more question. Somebody rebuking the scrub spirit. So someone asked, how did you know that your husband or your wife was the one? How did you know that they were the one?
Well, our case is unique because we didn't date. We wasn't boyfriend and girlfriend. Right. Your brother just shot his shot because your girl was fly. You know what I'm saying? No, let me just quit.
No.
But now we really didn't date. We really didn't date. That's the truth.
The great part of that is true. And really, that's what I did. I shot my shot.
She coming? Send me a DM. They said Betty Wright is coming, but you got to send me. I put some shades on.
I'm preaching that night. I
put some shades on.
I'm preaching that night. I'm preaching that night. You're not gonna miss a ministry engagement for Betty Wright.
Betty.
I just let you miss church last night for Chuck E. Cheese. So, like when it came to Phineka and I,
I'm gonna just close my eyes. You keep talking.
When it came to Phineka and I, we already had a foundation of friendship again. And I'm going to say this. I mean, she got real off topic.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm going to say this just for if it's outside the context of our situation. But if you ain't had one good fight with them, you're not ready to marry them. Okay, I'm just going to throw that out there. If y'all haven't had one disagreement, y'all ain't had one argument, everything has just been hunky-dory. I love you. You love me. Everything's always sweet. Everything's always cool. If y'all ain't had one good falling out, I mean, just one good, we're not seeing eye to eye, the tension of conversation and relationship, or two people trying to become one. If you ain't had one good fight, you're probably walking down the aisle way too soon.
Listen, you do need to see a person. You need to see a person angry, because listen, he needs to know that I will jump a fence.
You have to know how they respond in moments of tension. For some of you, you need to know how he's going to act or how she's going to act when they don't get their way. You need to know how they respond when finances are not what they think or how they should be. You need to know.
Yeah, because and what they triggers are. You know what I'm saying? Stuff ain't right. Folks say, I had to step. I didn't cheat. Because I didn't get what I wanted. What?
Listen, hit a trigger, and it will tell you everything that you need to know about somebody. I can't say it enough. If you really want to know what your future spouse is going to be like, don't just try to create a moment of pressure. Right. But when a moment of pressure comes, don't avoid it, don't deny it, hit it head on, and see what the response is.
And some of y'all take them track shoes off and stop running, because that was me. A little pressure would come, and I would jump ship, because you know me, I can have a whole conversation, honey, with my own self, and I'll say his part and my part. He ain't even got to be present, because I already had a conversation.
And then by the time I show up and I try to say my piece, oh no, because this is how you feel. What my God.
This is how you feel about it.
I got my own mind. I got a way I think about it.
Ooh, thank you, God. God is so good. God's so good.
I do self-deliverance every week, just for a head. All right, but the truth of the matter is, you won't know. They can very easily. Oh man, they can very easily send you their representation, and it not really be who they are, and make you think that you are getting the best version of them. When the truth of the matter is, I'm just going to talk to Periscope until I get Facebook back on. When the truth of the matter is, you could very well be marrying an imposter. Somebody who has just framed themselves to be something, but they're not anywhere close to who they are describing themselves to be.
Yep. So I guess we had to click off, y'all. I'm sorry. We went dead on Facebook.
We lost Facebook Live, but Periscope, thank y'all. Now look, they're coming over here. So I'm going to say it again. For those of you who have not signed up yet, go ahead and sign up. All right, go ahead and sign up for the challenge. Click the link in my bio. All right, sign up for the challenge. And we'll probably end up doing one more of these before we get to the weekend. We may do something Sunday night, depending on how hard I preach. All right, but go ahead and sign up for the challenge. Come and be a part of what we are doing. Yes, sign up tonight.
Yes, sign up.
Click the link in my bio. Married, single, somewhere in between. Sign up tonight. Don't say you're going to do it tomorrow. You're on Periscope now. As soon as we log off, go to my bio, click the link, break the cycle.
Thank you, baby, for putting that up there.
Click it tonight. Go sign up. I promise you, over this next month and a half, you're going to be inundated.
Yes, Facebook died. Y'all faces coming on there. Y'all
y'all are faithful. Y'all just jumping over the Periscope.
Come on in.
I'm talking about faithful. Y'all are tried and true. But yes, hit the link tonight. Sign up. Hey, Tabitha, hit the link tonight. Sign up tonight for this challenge. I promise you, married, single, divorced. You said I couldn't say shacking, didn't you? No word you say I can use. Cohabitators, the whole 9 yards. If you find yourself in one of those boats, and the website, it's not on our website. It's on my Periscope bio. So as soon as you log out of this.
Or Facebook, it's on Facebook.
Go to my bio here, because you're on Periscope. Just go to it here on Periscope. I like checking.
Do you have IG, my love? They said, what if you don't have Facebook? Do you have IG, baby?
You don't even need that. You don't need Facebook. Just go to my Periscope profile. It's a link in my bio. The only link. Click. It's also on my IG bio too. Just click that link. It'll take you to the site where you opt in.
I don't know, honey. You got to.
All you got to do is opt in. He did
to let me go to bed at right.
At night. She can't make it to bed.
I can put my shades on. I sit in the back.
Sign your cousin up. Sign your cousin. Sign your friend. Sign your daddy, your uncle. Even if your uncle, he drink a lot. All right, just sign him up.
What? Because he needs a
even if he tipped the bottle a little too much, sign him up. Let them
shades in a baseball cap back there. Same.
Everybody needs to.
Somebody said she a minister, so would that be kind of like me kind of being like at church?
Everybody need to break the cycle. Everybody. All right. So drink it. So, all right. But that's all we got tonight. All right. So thank y'all for the ones that jumped on over from Facebook.
Thank
over
you.
Here. And we'll be back on probably Sunday night. We're gonna be back on for sure. But we need y'all to sign up for this challenge today. All right. We love y'all.
Love you.
Peace.